right? Like you had your marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
Like what prompted starting a marketing agency?
Well, I worked for one, right?
Hmm.
So I'll tell you, when I was 25 years old, I was a server in a bar, and I got fired, and I was selling everything in my house to pay rent. And this guy, Chris Khalifi, who is a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, he called me and said, "Hey, I want to buy this mattress that you have." And so he pulls up, he gets out, he's driving a nice car, he's in a suit, he's on a phone. He walks in my house, looks at the mattress, kicks it, and walks out. And I'm like, "Hey, what do you do?" And he's like, "I own an advertising agency." And I said, "I'm coming to work for you." And he smiles and says, "No, you're not." Gets in his car and drives off. So I Googled what is an advertising agency, seen what it was, went and figured out really quick, hey, maybe I could build websites.
Hmm.
And I just called him every day, every day, every day for about a week. And finally he said, "You know what? Just come in and talk to the guys, Rhen." I'm like, "Okay." So I go in and they're sitting in a production room and, they're young kids fresh out of college making car commercials. And built some great rapport with them. They liked me. And he was like, "Well, I'd love to hire you, but I don't have any money." I said, "Dude, I'll work for free." So I showed up, started, filling around, built him a website. He didn't have a website. He just did car commercials for local car dealerships. And just kept showing up, kept learning on YouTube how to build websites, how to do social media. And then I accidentally sold a website
Hmm.
on accident and got a commission check and then built it. And I said, "Wow, I'm in sales now."
Yeah.
And it just kind of exploded from there. We built his business up pretty big. And it just kept evolving and I kept learning and had a real thirst for knowledge and I did not want to go back to bartending.
I think there's a lot there, right? As far as you you were told no
Yeah,
multiple times,
multiple times.
and you kept harassing the guy, following up with him,
Yeah.
which is important part of sales.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, when he said, "I don't have money to pay you," he said, "I'll work for free."
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people, I think, that may be listening to a show that may be above working for free. If you haven't done your first deal yet and don't want to pay for mentorship, but I don't want to work for free, I want to go
Right.
be scrappy. Like, what did you take from your experience?
I knew that I did not have the pedigree. I did not have a college degree. I did not have the background. I knew the only way I would get an opportunity to get into a professional organization was to work for free. Right. And you're right. I think a lot of people do have a sense of entitlement. And by the way, I kept working there and then going and bartending at night until I made enough money. That's how I continued to pay my bills. But yeah, people think that they don't want to work for free, but I think that it's a misstep. I think that there's a lot to be gained from going in and working for free because you're much more driven then to begin to earn a paycheck. And I think you figure out what you like to do because if you're working for free, you tend to gravitate towards things that you actually like to do. So it doesn't feel like work. It's then
Yeah,
fun, if that makes sense.
makes total sense. So, your partner reached out to you and said, "Hey, let's do real estate together,"
Hmm.
and you were like, "Absolutely not," but you did.
Yeah.
Was he doing real estate at that time?
He was, yeah, and I was working with a guy who I thought I was gonna become a partner with,
Hmm.
and it didn't end up working out. It was not in the cards, and I really wanted to own something. I really, Gary Vee was hot at the time. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I would have went to work probably for a lot less than he paid me at the time, but just for the shot to earn equity and earn something. It was looking back, it was one of the best moves of my life.